welcome to Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin with the latest news and reports from around Myanmar. Williamson brings us a first report on Nepal National Day celebration. Thoras Wezin's coverage on World Cleanup Day 2019 celebration in Yangon. Williamson has another report for us on sponsorship extension between RKG plus ZNA Group and Myanmar Football Federation. And David Tanner has the story on Myanmar Alliance for Transparency and Accountability launching report, which is based on EITI report. Before we get to the reports, let's check on some local news. Vice President Myan-Sui called upon investors from China and ASEAN countries to grasp the investment opportunities in Myanmar, pledging that the country's new investment law will provide more protection and noting that the country offers reasonable labor wages and an abundant workforce. He made his remarks at the 16th China-ASEAN Expo and China-ASEAN Business and Investment Summit in Nanning, China on Saturday. The vice president said during this period when the balance of the world economy is shifting towards the east, Myanmar remains in an important geographical location, having fair and equitable wages and a quick learning workforce, which is why now is the time to firmly grasp such meaningful opportunities. Myanmar supports and welcomes cooperation between ASEAN and PRC as proposed by PRC, especially the Blue Economy Scholarships for ASEAN-China youth leaders, designating 2019 as News Media Exchange Year and 2020 as the ASEAN-China Digital Economic Cooperation Year. In addition to this, Myanmar supports the present programs that will increase China-ASEAN economic cooperation. Myanmar delegation led by Union Minister for the Ministry of Investment and Foreign Economic Relations and Chairman of the Myanmar Investment Commission, U Tawn Tun, attended the Singapore Summit 2019 on Friday and Saturday. The summit, organized by the Temasek Foundation with the support of the Singapore Economic Development Board, the Monetary Authority of Singapore and the GIC Private Limited, was held with the aim of discussing global trends in business, finance and geopolitics and their impact on regional and global growth. The summit provided an opportunity for senior government officials and business leaders from around the world to discuss emerging challenges and opportunities presented by the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The Union Minister participated in the policy dialogue. The minister highlighted the opportunities and challenges of global trends, the pivotal role of ASEAN in the region economic scene, and the free flow of technology and trade within Asia and the rest of the world. He emphasized the importance of research and development and technological innovation and also affirmed that Myanmar would continue to strive to achieve sustainable development of the country. Union Minister for Hotels and Tourism, U On Maung, on Sunday said statistics are vital to promote and implement the plans in tourism industry as the meeting aims to get accurate data required to identify actual incomes in this industry. The Union Minister said Myanmar has new tourist sites such as Kentang, Miek Archipelago, Mogo, Chin, Kaya, Rakhine, Kachin and Kayin. Myanmar is now promoting community-based tourism to help local people get income from this industry, while it has reduced visa restrictions on some foreign travelers to attract more tourists. The Union Minister also suggested to inform international tourists that Myanmar is a safe place to visit. And that's all with the local news, and we're moving on to our first report. The Fourth National Day of Nepal, which is also known as Constitutional Day, was celebrated last Friday at the Embassy of Nepal in Yangon. Several government officials attended the celebration along with Gorkha community in Myanmar. For the people of Nepal, National Day is one of the most important days for them. Let's hear more from Williamson.
To commemorate the 4th anniversary of the Constitution Day or National Day, the Embassy of Nepal in Yangon celebrated the anniversary at the ambassador residence on 20th of September. The new democratic constitution was endorsed by the Constituent Assembly and promulgated by the President in September 2015. It came after the successful conclusion of uniquely peaceful process. The celebration also marked the transition of the government from monarchy to democratic government. Therefore, the people of Nepal highly value the celebration of this National Day or Constitution Day. Speaking to the media, Mr. Bhim Udas, Nepalese ambassador to Myanmar, said,
Well, we celebrate Constitution Day for 3 days uh, throughout the country, and also wherever in the embassies, wherever we have our presence, and also the consul generals. So we celebrate this worldwide, and we consider that the Constitution Day is the right day for us, because on this day now we have republic in the country, the republic. Before than that we had a monarchy, but people revolted for democracy, and after that the republic was announced in the country, and immediately after that there was a election of the Constituent Assembly, and where 601 members were elected, and that Constituent Assembly prepared this constitution, new constitution, which is very democratic, right-based, and inclusive.
According to the statement released by the Embassy of Nepal, there are more than 200,000 Nepalese origin persons are living in Myanmar who are also known as Gurkha. Speaking on what does this celebration mean for them here in Myanmar, Mr. Dim Udas also explains more.
Well, we have invited those Gurkha Nepalis, and you will see many of them today. In fact, some of them are already here. They are the citizen of Myanmar, but they are origin of Nepal, and they have been contributing and contributing for the progress of Myanmar, economically, socially. They have been living very peacefully with other ethnic groups, without any problem, peacefully. And we know that they are the citizens of this country, and they are ready to serve for this country first.
Speaking on the similar things Myanmar and Nepal share, Mr. Dim Udas also explains more.
Myanmar and Nepal enjoy historically close relations defined by shared traditions, religion, culture, and linguistic linkages, though diplomatic relation was established in 1960. Our relations are embedded in the history of civilizations between the land where Shakyamuni Gautam Buddha was born, and the Buddhism has been preserved and has flourished as the primary religion in Myanmar. The teachings of tolerance, compassion, moderation, and harmony are our common heritage. There are many other commonalities between Myanmar and Nepal. Both are multi-ethnic, multilinguistic, and have diverse culture. For both, unity and diversity is a national mantra. We both have learned that there is no shortcut to peace, democracy, stability, and prosperity.
Speaking at the ceremony, Dr. Pei Min, Union Minister for Information, said,
I wish to express my firm belief that the existing traditional friendly relations between Myanmar and Nepal will continue to flourish with every passing year in the mutual interests of our two peoples. Taking this opportunity, I would also like to mention that our government stands ready to support Nepali government's efforts in bringing success to realize the Visit Nepal year, as well as the national objectives of prosperous Nepal, happy Nepalese.
This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Nepal National Day celebration. And we're going to check out the weather conditions now. In Yangon, there's going to be a couple of morning showers, otherwise intervals of clouds and sunshine during the day. And it'll just be partly cloudy at night. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 38 degrees Celsius. There's a 64% chance of rain for the day. In Naypyidaw, it's going to be mostly cloudy during the day. There'll be a shower in the area in the evening, otherwise considerable clouds at night. The daily outlook is around 32 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 37 degrees Celsius. There's just 13% chance of rain for the day. In Mandalay, there's going to be clouds followed by a brightening sky in the afternoon, but there'll be a thunderstorm in spots early, then occasional rain and thunderstorm at night. The daily outlook is around 34 degrees Celsius high, but it's going to feel like 38 degrees Celsius. There's just 19% chance of rain for the day. Stay with us, we have report from Thoras Wezin, and then we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates. World Cleanup Day 2019 was celebrated under the organization of JCI Myanmar on Saturday at the People's Park in Yangon. This year, more activities were included, such as Trash Revolution Forum and Trash Run Game. Many people actively participated in this World Cleanup Day celebration. Why don't we find out more from Thoras Wezin?
World Cleanup Day 2019 was celebrated on 21st September at People's Park, Yangon. It was mainly organized by JCI, Junior Chamber International, Myanmar, and included the Trash Revolution Forum and Trash Run Game activities.
JCI Myanmar organized World Cleanup Day in People Park, also the Trash Run, because we would like to know how many active citizens and how many people can involve in World Cleanup Day, not only as a campaign, but also as a team up of our Myanmar and also of our young people.
World Cleanup Day has been celebrated in Myanmar starting from the previous year. Last year, there was only trash picking up campaign, and this year the activities became more fresh and exciting to attract more participants.
Actually, World Cleanup Day started in Estonia in 2008 by Let's Do It, initially initiated by JCI Estonia in 2008. And in 2018, the World Cleanup Day celebrated over 150 countries. And Myanmar was also one of the countries that involved in World Cleanup Day, civic cleanup movement and campaigns. So this year, World Cleanup Day 2019, also over 150 countries involved, and also our country, Myanmar, involved in World Cleanup Day in this global movement. Yes.
As one of the activities, Coca-Cola Myanmar participated with its campaign about the waste, called It's Worth It.
The
main purpose of It's Worth It Tamboshi Day campaign is to let Myanmar people be aware of segregating the trash. The wasted items that can be recycled, such as plastic, can, glasses, and paper, have the value to make the new items by recycling. To do so, the people have to throw the recyclable trash separately. In this World Cleanup Day campaign, we are celebrating together by returning gifts for whoever took the plastic bottles and cans trash. Coca-Cola has set up a global vision called World Without Waste. That is, by 2030, we are to collect and recycle the equivalent amount of bottles and cans we have sold globally. To complete this vision, we are to produce the packaging of 100% recyclable.
In the trash run game, the participants have to collect the trash as much as they could around People's Park and to complete the 4 missions testing the knowledge about trash during the limited time.
I
am participating in this game to celebrate World Cleanup Day. In my opinion, I consider environmental cleaning up is one of the most important issues in Myanmar. That's why such kinds of campaigns are so much effective. I want the public to be aware of trash management by joining the games and listening to the forum.
All of them, Myanmarနိုင်ငံမှာရှိတဲ့ပြည်သူပြည်သားအယောက်စီတိုင်းဟာမတို့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံတန်ရှင်းရေးပြီးလို့ရှိရင်ကမ္ဘာကြီးရဲ့တန်ရှင်းရေးအတွက်ပေါ့နော်
I want to suggest that all the citizens of Myanmar and global need to participate to be clean environment. Now the dustbins can be seen almost everywhere in Yangon, so you should keep your trash in your bag if you can't find any and throw it later when you found the dustbin. We have to make the earth healthy so that the living things would be happy as well.
The responsive government organization Yangon City Development Committee is also actively participating in the campaigns concerning trash and waste. Not only the government should involve by policy making and better waste management, but also the citizens should have awareness and adopt the better practice in throwing trash and recycling process. That's all for now. This is Dora Suisin from MI Radio.
That's a report on World Cleanup Day 2019 celebrations in Yangon. And here we have the information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,534 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 216 kyats. €1 is at 1,695 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,922 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,115 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 367 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 50 kyats. And the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,517. Silver is at $18. And Brent crude oil is at $58. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI remains at 12,000. MTSH dropped 1,000 at 4,400. MCB remains at 8,400. FPB went up 500 at 26,500. TMH remains at 3,050. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. Go ahead and log on to our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. If you're on FM, tune in to 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or you can simply download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices so you can listen to our radio programs on the go. Just type in Myanmar INTL Radio and you'll see the app appear. So go ahead and download it and make sure it stays on your smartphones. Well, we have more reports for you, so let's check out the next one. Myanmar Football Federation, which has been receiving sponsorship from different business groups for its financial assurance, extends the sponsorship with RKG plus ZNA Group, and the contract signing ceremony was held at the Novotel Hotel last week. According to the statement released by Myanmar Football Federation, the federation has been struggling financially, and it is hard to bring the success the fans have been waiting for. We'll find out more about that with Willinson.
Myanmar Football Federation is on the edge of a new era of football culture and development. But MFF is struggling financially as it is spending millions of dollars every year in order to improve and develop football culture in Myanmar. According to the report by the federation, it doesn't receive separate budget for the football from the government. Therefore, it has to find alternative ways to get the financial support for the expense and all the projects MFF is running. MFF's yearly expense is close to $10 million. Without separate budget from the government, MFF is struggling in keeping the federation run. According to the federation, FIFA and AFC are some of the main sponsors for Myanmar Football Federation. Therefore, RKG plus ZNA Group with the name of Fresh Air Condition has been supporting Myanmar Football Federation financially for around a decade, and the group extends its sponsorship for MFF further, and the sponsorship contract signing ceremony was held on 19th of September at Novotel Hotel in Yangon. Speaking at the contract signing ceremony, Uzazo, the chairman of MFF, said,
The football sport is really struggling now here in Myanmar, especially when it comes to the clubs. As a football team of a nation, we must compete at international, Asia and ASEAN level as the responsibility of all the football federations. For now, our football is at the junction of both success and failure. But as our main target is nurturing the upcoming youth under the collaboration of the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health and Sports, the important thing is no matter how hard we work, if our grassroots is not good, we are not going to have good result. While in the process of reforming the football in all the aspects, finance plays an important role. Fortunately, we've got good friends who've been supporting us financially for years since the day I took this responsibility, or since Myanmar National League started. The people who have been supporting us are the people who really love football and want to take Myanmar's football to another level. So I want to express my sincere gratitude to them on behalf of Myanmar Football Federation.
According to MFF, it is not just the national team, but the clubs are also struggling as a single club has to spend lots of money for its existence because there is almost no income in return. If there is no football league in a country, that is not a good sign at all. But the league clubs in Myanmar are struggling to continue their existence. Myanmar football national team has not brought the success which the fans have been waiting for. According to the chairman of MFF, in the last 15 years, MFF have not received any budget. Therefore, it was very hard to bring long-awaited success when there is no enough financial support. Speaking on the hardship MFF faces, Uzazaw explains more.
We've been struggling for so long in running Myanmar Football Federation where we could represent Myanmar national football team. If we haven't had sponsors, it's not easy to keep football alive. So far, all the expense for travel, training and kits are borne by the people who love football. Though we have all these supports, we are not able to bring the success the fans really want. And I also know the fans are losing their hope in Myanmar football. For that, I'm responsible the most as the chairman of Myanmar Football Federation. I really hope that the youth will come up and contribute something for the improvement of football for our nation very soon.
The contract signed at the ceremony was worth more than $100,000. This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on sponsorship extension between RKG plus ZNA Group and Myanmar Football Federation. Well, here's the last report on Myanmar Alliance for Transparency and Accountability that launched a report which is based on EITI report. The report named as Is the Inappropriate Management of Natural Resources Leading to Corruption and Natural Resources Curse by Myanmar Alliance for Transparency and Accountability has been launched. And that report is based on EITI report. The event was held at Orchid Hotel last Thursday, explaining to media on what the report is and how it might impact the country and the people's mindsets on the development of the government business in a positive way. Our reporter David Tanner has the details. Take it away.
Under EITI, governments publish what they receive from extractive companies, and the companies publish what they pay to governments. These figures are reconciled in an annual public report, together with contextual information relating to a range of natural resource governance issues in the country. With that being said, as the event is also about the launch for the report based on the EITI annual report, we will be hearing out the detail from Dor Momoton, civilian representative of ACFD from Myanmar Alliance for Transparency and Accountability, MATA.
The Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, or EITI, is a global standard for transparency and accountability in the oil, gas, and mining industries. In July 2014, Myanmar became an EITI candidate country, joining the 48 countries which have signed up to the initiative. Regarding that, we make this report with a mindset to simplify the report and make it more reachable to the public.
In which year were the annual reports based on, and how is its impact will also be answered.
We mainly based on the two reports of the year 2014 to 2015 and 2015 to 2016. In there, we picked out the differences and showed the detail of which of the things are different and why do they differ in the form of statistics.
Is the inappropriate management of natural resources leading to corruption and natural resources curse? The importance of the above-mentioned report, which is based on EITI report, will also be discussed.
You
can easily access the EITI Standard Annual Report on their website, which are report entitled "Is the Inappropriate Management of Natural Resources Leading to Corruption and Natural Resources Curse" have based on. If you search those reports in their website, you will find out that these reports are very difficult to understand as they have been written by professional business terms and words. The most important facts that people should know and transform it into the form of which people can understand easily at a glimpse and know more about the country as well.
To make the people more accessible for the report, what kind of other information and steps this report has been made?
So, as there are lots of information in the report of EITI, some of them we even have to study ourselves to even understand the detail of it and its terms. But from there, we take a close-up information of how government business, which means state-owned enterprises, need a change to transform into better business. For that, we have made this report for the people. Not only of EITI report from MITI, we also take some of the reliable information from other respective organizations to make this is inappropriate management of natural resources leading to corruption and natural resources curse report more accessible to the mass.
What issue does the report want to focus on through many of the different sectors? We'll find out for that as well.
If you ask which sector do we want to focus on through this report for the people, it will be the government and business sector that needs to be changed. For that, if I'm not wrong, there is also Myanmar Sustainable Development Plan MSDP report for this issue. It is one of the focus sectors for the government. But if you ask us, government has already made these information and reports. Why do you even care? Our point of view remains that we don't see this sector being prioritized by the government, even though if we say it's focused. Maybe the government have other things to prioritize for other than this. And that is why, for us, we want to help the government as well as be involved in this as people who want to prioritize this sector as the most important sector of the country and the people of the country.
Reporter David Tanner reporting from Myanmar International Radio.
That's all the reports we have for today. Well, we got a few more international news for you, so let's take a look. The Hong Kong Federation of Trade Unions, HKFTU, on Sunday held a reception to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, which was attended by over 300 guests from all sectors, including HKSAR Chief Executive Carrie Lam. In a speech at the reception, Carrie said that in the past 70 years, Chinese people have made great achievements and overcome various difficulties. She said she is proud of it as a Chinese. Carrie said that as the country develops rapidly, Hong Kong has taken advantage, maintained steadiness and prosperity, and made continuous progress. She also praised the HKFTU's support for her, the SAR government and the Hong Kong police, and thanked the grouping for its contribution to the restoration of social order. Carrie vowed that the HKSAR government will do its best to stop the ongoing violence and called on everyone to unite. And that's all we have on Myanmar Today. You can now watch the show on MITV every evening, Monday to Friday at 8:30. Alternatively, you can join me on MI Radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m., and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening. Don't forget to drop your comments and messages on our Facebook posts. We'll be back with more news and reports. Thank you for joining us. I am Henry Sin. Have a great day, everyone.